Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be showing you guys how I clean up my eyebrows. And yeah, I did like a little question thing on my Instagram, and a few people requested like an eyebrow tutorial, and I don't know if they wanted like a makeup eyebrow tutorial or like a how I clean my eyebrows tutorial. So I just went with the latter because I don't really do a lot to my eyebrows when I do my makeup in the first place, because like I mentioned in my get ready with me, they are already thick. So yeah, I just did like how I clean them up and stuff like that. It's fairly simple. It usually doesn't take me that long to do. So if you guys are interested in getting your eyebrows on fleek like mine, do people still say that? Well, I just said it, so people still say it. Yeah, like mine, then please keep watching. Shucks. Okay, so typically the first thing I'll do is I just brush out my eyebrows. What I do is I brush them up and out of the way. I can't find my spoolie that I usually use, so I'm just using this toothbrush. No, it's not the toothbrush that I use to brush my teeth. It's the one that I usually use for my baby hairs. So basically all I'm going to do is like brush my eyebrows up. And I do this so that I can see the hairs like on the bottom, so I can see where I need to pluck. And it gives me like a very nice like Wolverine look. You can wear this if you want out and about. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my tweezers now and like go ahead and start plucking. Typically I would not use this type of these type of tweezers. I usually use these for like in between my eyebrows to get really small hairs, but I left my other tweezers at home, so I'm just gonna use these for right now. And I'm just gonna, typically I'll start like right up under here and define my arch first, and then I follow with everywhere else. And what you're gonna wanna do is, my mirror is really dirty, but you're gonna wanna use like a regular mirror, not a magnifying mirror. I know that you might feel like that'll help to see the hairs better, but really what it does is like you can only focus on one eyebrow, so then it's really hard to get both eyebrows the same because you're only looking at them one at a time. If you do feel like you need a better view, like it's fine to check back periodically with your magnifying glass mirror, but for overall plucking it's best to use one of these. Okay, so when it comes to like plucking out my arch or carving out my arch, I don't really like use any tips and tricks. I just kind of know how I like my eyebrows to be. But if you do need sort of a guideline, I do know that you're supposed to like take this thing and like where the end of your pupil, where the end of your pupil is, you line it up with whatever you're doing it with. Maybe I shouldn't be using tweezers. And then you go from the edge of your pupil up. And see that? Like I said, I don't need really any guidelines because I know how I like my eyebrows. But yeah, when you do that, it does land right where I have been plucking. So I'm just going to keep plucking there. It seems pretty good, but I'm just going to make sure I get up any like smaller hairs, because I feel like that's what makes it look really clean when you get in there and get all the little baby hairs that are left over. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. And you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing under here. So then what I do is once I've cleaned up I'm bleeding. Okay. Try not to stab yourself. Major key. And so now I'm just gonna move, like basically what I do is like whichever side I start on, I go across on the bottom and then I'll come back up on the top. So I'm just gonna clean up the middle now so that I don't have a unibrow, because fun fact about me, naturally I do tend to grow a unibrow. So yeah, I'm just getting in there and getting any hairs. Typically I would use like one of those little razors you can get from the beauty supply store and do it, but I do find that it lasts a little bit longer when you just get in there and tweeze those hairs, so you don't have like eyebrow 5 o'clock shadow. I hate when I'm trying to say like one thing, like a sentence, but then two of the sentences in the word try to come out at the same freaking time. It's so annoying. You can always tell when you need your eyebrows done because your makeup starts looking bad. Like no matter what you do, your makeup just looks bad. And typically for me, that just means I need my eyebrows done, because what all that means is my unibrow is growing back, and underneath my eyebrow, my makeup, I look ugly. There's only so much makeup you can do to rectify that situation. Oh yeah, I'm just doing the same thing over here. I'm just like plucking underneath on this eyebrow. I always have such a hard time with my left eyebrow. Like it always just looks like stupid. So I'm gonna do my best to try and make them look as close as possible. And let's remember, girls and guys, eyebrows should be sisters, not twins. They're not gonna look exactly the same. If you pluck and continue to pluck with the intention of making your eyebrows look exactly the same, I can promise you that you will end up looking like Whoopi Goldberg. You will have zero eyebrows. Like, trust me, I know from experience, they're not gonna look exactly the same, but as long as you can get them like close to each other to where there's not like a noticeable difference, you're good. I promise you, you're good. Just believe me. It's always tricky with this eyebrow because I also believe that for me, this eyebrow grows back faster. So there's always more hair to pluck and navigate. So I'm always like, what do I do? What hair needs to be gone? But I always figure it out. So this, all I'm doing now is just brushing out my tail, because this eyebrow, the tail grows out more. This one like curls under a little bit. So I'm just brushing it out the way that I want it to fall before I pluck it. That's important. Okay, and now I'm just going up under here, because typically what will happen is after I have my arch where I want it, it may like be thinner than the front of my brows, and I don't like that because I don't like that. I like it to be like okay, I don't like my eyebrows to go like whoop. I like it to be like a nice straight transition. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna go in there and straighten out this so that it just kind of flows into my arch. Basically now what I'm doing is just like cleaning up the little hairs along the top. I don't like to do that too much because I like them to kind of have like a tiny bit of a wild look about them. But again, like just for the sake of it having that okay, my eyebrows are cleaned up look, I do go in and try and get any little fuzzies from the top. I have like a little whelp growing right here because I pinched myself. My boyfriend has been gone all day. I miss him. Okay, I feel like that's okay-ish. They look cleaner to me. So yeah, let me just get any little strays that aren't in line. Okay, and then the last thing that I usually do is just give my eyebrows a little trim. So I'm just gonna use these little, don't these look like the scissors? I am going tethered. I wish I was not tethered. I'm really good at that. I could have been a tethered girl, like tethered. I could have been a nurse. Anyways, so now what I'm gonna do is like tethered. I'm gonna take my scissors. Ooh, maybe I should stop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. And I'm just gonna brush them up. And here's the fun part. I don't know, I just like how the scissors feel cutting into the hair. I definitely made my left eyebrow a tad too short. But I mean, yeah, I'm really annoyed about it. I was gonna say it's not a big deal, but I'm annoyed. And I'm just gonna take this, and any hairs that are standing up, or like when I brush them up and they're standing well over where my eyebrow is, like over here and over here, and I'm just gonna cut it off. Now, I'm gonna brush them back into place, like so. I typically don't like to do that too much around the front of my eyebrows because again, I like kind of like that messy eyebrow look. It's so freaking hot. Yeah, so I really just do it along like the middle and back of the brow because that I do like to be clean. I like my tails to be clean. And then I'm gonna do that here too. And then brush them back. This brush is mad hard. But yeah, so now I'm just brushing my eyebrows into place after cutting them or trimming the hairs that were too long. And yeah, that's basically it. Like with this side, because I like, if I feel like I've done it too short, I'll just go in with like pencil and like draw the tail back on until the next time. But other than that, yeah, that's typically all I do to do my eyebrows. If I do have a razor, it does take me less time because sometimes if I'm feeling lazy, I will just like on the top and make it like clean on the top instead of like plucking the individual hairs. But like I said, I do find that like actually plucking them one by one does make them last longer, like they stay a little bit cleaner longer. So yeah, that's the end of my like how I clean up my brow. I hope this video was helpful. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is mynameis_Jaylin. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.